Hello children, welcome back to your online class. Let's start today's class. So class 6, in our previous video we have started chapter 3 force and we have learned about what is force and the effects of force. Now today we will talk about the unit of force. Children, when you lift something like your school bag, your water bottle or a pen, you apply force on it. But the amount of force in all the cases is not same. So you need to know how much force is required to lift an object. So you need a unit to describe the amount of force. So commonly used unit of force is kgf, kilogram force, which is the gravitational unit of force. But the SI unit of force is Newton, represented by N, that is capital N. Now we will talk about the types of forces. Basically there are two types of forces, contact force and non-contact force. Contact force is when the force acts on the bodies which are in contact. For example, muscular force, mechanical force and frictional force are the example of contact force. Muscular force, the force exerted by our muscles is known as muscular force. For example, if we have to push something or pull something, then we use our muscles, our muscular force will be required there. So these are called contact forces. Muscular force is a contact force. Now the second one is mechanical force. The force exerted by a machine is known as mechanical force. Machines depends on other source to get energy. For example, a car gets energy by burning of petrol or diesel. Similarly, water falling from a certain height is used to rotate the turbines to generate hydroelectricity. So, mechanical force is also a contact force. Frictional force is another example of contact force because when two bodies are in contact, then only frictional force generates. Now, the second type of forces are non-contact force. Non-contact force is the force which act on the objects which are not in contact. For example, gravitational force, electrostatic force and magnetic force. Gravitational force, you all know about that. Earth attracts each and every object towards its center, that is called gravitational force. For example, a stone thrown upward comes down to the earth due to the gravitational force while they are not in contact, but the gravitational force is working there. So the gravitational force is an example of non-contact force. Now second one is electrostatic forces. Electrostatic force you can understand by a simple experiment. You might have done that experiment. Take some small pieces of paper and a plastic comb. Now rub that plastic comb against your hair and keep it near those small pieces of paper, and it will attract those small pieces of paper because in this process it acquire some charge. So this is called electrostatic force. Electrostatic force. Now the third one is magnetic force. You all know about the magnetic force. The force of attraction or repulsion exerted by a magnet is known as magnetic force. Now you know all the magnetic materials like iron, nickel, they attract towards the magnet. Magnet also exert a force to another magnet. Sometimes if north pole are there is repulsion, and north south pole is there is attraction. So this is called magnetic force. The force of attraction or repulsion exerted by a magnet is known as magnetic force, and magnetic force is an example of non-contact force. Children, in your book all type of forces are not given in detail, but I have described because these all are very important and can come in your exams also. Mainly which is focused in your book is frictional force, and now we will learn about the frictional force. Children, if a ball is moving on a ground, what we see, it slows down gradually and comes to a stop. And we have learned that to stop a moving object, we require force. It means that ground is exerting a force on the motion of that ball to make it stop. So this force which is exerted by the ground to oppose the motion of the ball is known as frictional force. So now we can define the frictional force as the force which always opposes the motion of one body over another body is called frictional force. Frictional force acts between two surfaces which are in contact. In case of a moving ball on the ground, there are two surfaces which are in contact. The first surface is surface of ball and second one is the surface of ground. Children, frictional force is also known as force of friction or just friction. So don't get confused if the question comes what is force of friction or what is frictional force or what is friction. The same definition will be written there. Clear? Also remember, frictional force always acts on moving objects and its direction is always opposite to the motion. For example, if motion of this object is here, means direction of motion is in this direction, so the friction will be in the opposite direction of the motion of the ball. Now we will know the factors affecting the friction. As we know, friction arises between two surfaces which are in contact. So the first factor which affects the friction is the nature of the two surfaces, means the smoothness or roughness of the surfaces, and second one is the force with which two surfaces are pressed together. Now if we talk about the first factor, the nature of the two surfaces, that is smoothness or roughness of the surfaces, what we will see in case of a smooth surface. For example, if a ball is rolling on a smooth surface, it will cover more distance than the ball which is moving on a rough surface, which is rolling down on a rough surface, because in a smooth surface there is less friction due to the less interlocking. A smooth surface has less interlocking in the with the surface of the ball, while in the case of rough surface there will be more friction due to the much interlocking between the rough surface and the surface of the ball. So if there is a smooth surface, friction will be less, and in the rough surfaces friction will be higher. Now if we talk about the second factor, the force with which two surfaces are pressed together. For example, if there are two boxes of same size but different weight, one is light weighted box and second is heavy box, which are kept on the floor, we will push them one by one. Then what we will see, we have to apply less force to move the light box, while we need much larger force to move the heavy box. This shows that there is less friction between the surface of floor and the surface of the box, and there is much more friction between the surface of the floor and the surface of the heavier box. Now we know the weight. Weight is the gravitational force acts on a body. So because of its smaller weight, the box is presses on the floor with less force, and hence the friction between the floor and the box is less, while due to its greater weight, the heavier box is having much force on the floor. That's why there is more friction between the floor and the box. So we can conclude the friction between two surfaces depends on the force with which two surfaces are pressed together. Greater the weight of an object which is moving on another surface will have more friction, and the lighter the weight of an object will have less friction. So this much for today. Till our next class, be safe, stay at home and make a green and peaceful Diwali. Happy Diwali to all.